guys, welcome back to my read long channel. So obviously I've been getting these done every day, which is really great. Today I'm going to go back to the Story of Tracey Beaker as I'm now back home. So we are going to pick up where we left off. I believe we got to the letter, and I'm really sorry if we didn't, but I'm really convinced that we did get back to the letter. So that should be on page 105. Ironically, we've just finished a chapter on page 105 on the Dare game, so that's really spooky in senses. But without further ado, I'm just going to read and read. Don't forget that this one hasn't got any chapters. I'm just going to stop at a good point. So without further ado, this is The Story of Tracey Beaker by Jaqueline Wilson. This is all Jaqueline Wilson's own work. I'm just reading it for entertainment and pleasure. Let's get going. 10 Beach Road, Kingstown. Dear Tracey, we didn't really get together properly when I came on my visit. It was a pity because Jenny told me a bit about you and I like the sound of you. She said you were very naughty and you like writing. I'm exactly the opposite. I've always been very good. Especially when I was at school. You wouldn't have half teased me. I'm not quite good now, thank goodness. And I hate writing because it's what I do for a living. And every day I get up from my cornflakes and go and sit at my typewriter and my hands clenched into fists and I go cross-eyed staring at the blank paper and I think, what a stupid way to earn a living. Why don't I do something else? Only I'm useless at everything else. So I just have to carry on with my writing. Are you carrying on with your writing? You're telling your own story, an actual autobiography. Most girls your age wouldn't have much to write about, but you're lucky in that respect because so many different things have happened to you. Good luck with it. Yours, Cam. Leave road jumping ground for difficult kids. Dear Miss Lawson, Jenny says that's what I should call you, Miss Lawson, although you wrote Cam at the bottom of your letter. What sort of a name is Cam? If you're called Camilla, then I think that's a lovely name, and don't see why you want to muck it up. I had a friend in this other home called Camilla, and she liked her name. I had a special way of saying it, Camilla, and she'd always giggle. She was only a baby, but very bright. Why don't you mind me being naughty? Actually, it's not always my fault that I get in trouble. People just pick on me, lots of people, but I won't name names because I don't tell tales, not like some people. Do you like my drawing? I liked yours. I thought they were funny. What do you mean you hate writing? I think that's weird when it's what you do. I like writing. I think it's ever so easy. I just start and it goes on and on. The only trouble is that it hurts your hand and you get a big lump on your finger and ink all over your hand and clothes and paper if some clueless toddler has been chewing on your felt tip. Are you having trouble writing your article about us? I could help you if you liked. I can tell you anything you need to know about me and the others. How about it? Yes, I'm still writing my autobiography. I like that word. I just asked Jenny and she said it's a story about yourself and I'm that something, right? That's exactly what I'm writing. 12. Let you have a look at it, but it's strictly personal. I'd let you look at it, but it's strictly personal. Don't take any notice of what that moron Justine read about. There are some really good bits, honest. Yours from your fellow writer Tracey Beaker, RSVP. That means you've got to reply. 10 Beach Road. Dear Tracey, thanks for your lovely letter. It made me laugh. Do you know what? I think you're a born writer. I could do with some help on my feature. Are you around next Saturday morning? Hope to see you then, Cam. I hate Camilla. I used to get teased rotten at school for having such a soppy name. Dear Camilla, it's not a soppy name. You've got to be proud of it. You want to try having a name like Tracey Beaker. Excuse this crummy paper. Jenny lent me the first lot, but she says I'm costing her a small fortune in paper and I can't give it a rest. So I borrowed this from one of the little ones. Isn't it yucky? I know. This is Goblinda and a goblin, and she's going to gob all over these daft berries. Yes, I'll help you out on Saturday, if I'm there, of course. My mum often comes to take me out, although she may be abroad just now. I think she's going to take me on a trip too, but it might be for a while, so I'll see you on Saturday morning probably. About what time? We have breakfast at 8:30 Saturdays, and I always eat quickly, so about 8:35. Yours from your fellow, hang on, I'm not a fellow. Yours from another lady writer, Tracy, RSVP. So as I know what I'm time to start waiting. 10 Beach Road. Dear sister writer, see you Saturday morning, 8:35. Impossible, I look like this at 8:35. How about 10:35? Cam, sorry, Camilla, ugh. I love Rob Linda, put her in a story. Imagine staying in your bed half the morning. She is lazy, and she was late even then. It was 10:41 before she turned up. I'd practically given her up. She's supposed to be a professional writer, and yet she can't even keep an appointment on time. She's pretty hopeless, if you ask me. She didn't half muck up this morning. I'd got it all worked out. I was ready to fill her in on all the facts, mostly about me, of course. But I thought that she might fancy interviewing Peter too, to balance things up. A girl's point of view and a boy's. No need to bother with any of the others. Cam's got this dinky little tape recorder, and just after 1 minute of instruction, I mastered all the mechanism, and had great fun fast forwarding and rewinding and playing back. I had a little go first, trying out all my different accents, doing my Australian good day routine and my American gangster and my special Donald Duck. But then I decided we'd better get down to business, and as I'm not the sort of girl to hog the limelight, I said Peter could go first. He backed away from the tape recorder as if it was loaded gum. Don't be so silly, Peter. Just act normal and speak into it. What shall I say? Peter squeaked. I sighed impatiently. Just tell Cam your life story. But I haven't got a story. I couldn't think of anything to put when Elaine gave me that book, said Peter. I live with my nan and she died, so I came here. That's all there is. That's okay, Peter. Don't let Tracy bully you into it. You don't have to say anything, said Cam. What a cheek. I'm not a bully. Huh. I was this kid who had always got bullied. This other home I was in, and there was this huge, great teenage bloke, and he was a really tough skinhead, and he had these bother boots, and I filled them with all of this custard for a joke, and he didn't see the funny side of it. And yet he didn't half look hilarious, all this frothy yellow liquid coming up from his trouser legs. So anyway, from then on my name was Mud. He really had it in for me, the things he used to do. I was about to launch into a long accent, but a typical that Justine Littlewood came barging over. It's not fair, miss. You're letting that stupid Tracy show off like mad, and you're giving any of us a go. You shut your face, blabbermouth, I said. She's not come to see you a lot. She's come to see me. A strictly private appointment, so clear off. Isn't that right, Cam? Well, yes, I've come to talk to you, Tracy, but we can all have a go on the tape recorder for a bit, she said. What a gutless creep she is. She was there just for me, and we had a proper business appointment. All she had to do was tell Justine and the others to buzz off. It wouldn't have mattered if Peter stayed, because he's not really any bother. But the others, it was useless. Practically the whole morning was wasted. She let them all muck around on the tape recorder, and then some of the little leagues wanted to go drawing with her Mickey Mouse pen. Then Jenny came in with coffee for Cam and a Coke for us, and it was like some big party, only I didn't feel like a birthday girl. I felt squeezed out of the edge again. After a bit, I stomped off. I kept looking back over my shoulder, and I thought she didn't even notice, but then she sidled up. Still, she had a baby Becky on one hip and a little Wayne clinging to her leg and like a limpet. She gave me a dig in the back with her Mickey Mouse pen. Hey, she said softly, shall we get started on your interview now, Tracy? Well, you've got all these other little kids. Why waste your time on me? I said acidly. I mean, I'm the only one you were supposed to see. Tell you what, let's go up into your room. Just you and me. How about it? Okay, I said, yawning and shrugging. If you really want, I've gone off the idea now, but if you insist, just for a minute or two. It took her a while to dump the baby and prize Wayne away, and then all the others kept clustering around saying it wasn't fair. So do you know what she did? She said they could do interviews on her tape recorder, and she put Justine in charge of it. You aren't half making a mistake there, Cam. You're crazy. They'll wreck it into 2 minutes, I said. No, they won't. Justine will work it, and everyone takes a 2-minute turn. Introduce yourselves first, and then say whatever you want. But don't worry, Peter. You don't have to. You are stark, staring mad, I said, looking If anyone's in charge of that tape recorder, it's got to be me. I'm the only one who knows how to work it properly. I'll show Justine, said Cam. Then she'll be able to work it too. I'm not showing her, I said. But in the end I did. And of course Justine was clueless and didn't catch on. And I kept sighing and groaning. And she got narked and gave me a push. And I clenched my fist ready to give her a thump. But Cam got in between us and said, look, I'll run through it. Here's the record button, Justine, right? And eventually Justine got the hang of it. I don't know why she's called Littlewood. Little Brain would be far more appropriate. Then Cam and I went up into my room and left them to it. You thought you'd found a way of getting Justine and me to make friends, I said. But haha, it didn't work, did it? Because we're always going to be deadly enemies. Cam laughed at me. She laughed at the notice taped on my bedroom door too. This room belongs to Tracey Beaker, strictly private, keep out on pain of death, and it will be very painful death too. It's okay, you can come in. You're my guest, I said, opening the door for her. My room looked a bit like a tipper, actually. I hadn't got round to making the bed, and the floor was littered with socks and pyjama tops and bits of biscuit and pencil sharpening, so she had to pick her way through. She didn't make a big thing of it. She looked at all the stuff I've got pinned to my notice board, and she nodded a little bit and smiled. Is that your mum, Cam asked? Isn't she lovely? You'd really think she was a film star, wouldn't you? I think she maybe is a film star now. In Hollywood, she'll be jetting over to see me soon. Maybe she'll take me back with her, and I'll get to be a film star too. A child star, the marvellous movie Moppet, Tracey Beaker. Yeah, that would be great, eh? I spun around with a great grin, doing a cutesy pie courtesy, and Cam caught on straight away and started clapping and acting like an adoring fan. I hope you're still going to be a writer too, she said. Have you done any more about Coblinda? Give us a chance. I've been too busy doing my autobiography, I said. I suppose this autobiography of yours is strictly private, asked Cam, sounding a bit wistful. Of course it is, I said, but then I hesitated. Elaine the Pain had seen bits of it, and Louise and Little Brain, and I did show a bit to Peter. Actually, I'd just show him how much I'd done, so I shouldn't show a bit to Cam too, as she's sort of a friend. So I let her have a few peeps. I had to be a bit careful because some of the stuff I've been written about isn't exactly flattering. She came across a description of her by accident, but she didn't take offence. She roared with laughter. You really should be the one writing this article about the children in care, Tracey, not me. I think you'd make a far better job of it. Yes, have you made a start on this article yet? She started fidgeting a bit. Not really, it's difficult, you see. This magazine editor wants to be very touching, sentimental story about all these sad, sweet, vulnerable children that will make her readers reach for a wad of Kleenex. Yeah, that's the right approach. Oh, come off it, Tracey. None of you lot are all sweet. You're all gusty and stroppy and spirited. I want to write about what you really are like, but it won't be the sort of thing the editor wants, and it won't be the sort of thing I want either. You've got to make me sound sweet, Cam. No one will want me otherwise. I've gone past my sell-by date already. It gets hopeless when you get older than 5 or 6. You've stopped being a cute little toddler and started to be difficult, and I'm not pretty either, so people won't take one look at my photo and start cooing. And then it's not like I'm up for adoption, so people can't ever make me their little girl, not properly. You're not up for adoption because you've still got your mum? Exactly. And like that, she'll be coming for me soon. But meanwhile, I'd like to live in a proper homey home instead of this old dump. Otherwise, I'll get institutionalised. Cam's eyebrows go up. I know what it means and all. And I've heard Elaine and some of the other social workers going on about it. It's when you get so used to living in an institution like this that you never learn how to live in a proper home. And when you get to 18, you can't cope and you don't know how to do your own shopping or cooking or anything. Although I can't see me ever having that problem. I bet I could cope right this minute living on my own. They just have to bung me the lolly, and I was off town to the shops and have a whale of a time. I bet you would, said Cam. Then Maxie started scratching at my door and whining and complaining. I told him to push off because Cam and I were in a conference, but he didn't take any notice. Miss, it's not fair. Them big girls won't let me have a go on the tape. I want to go, miss. You tell them to let me have a go. They're playing their pop stars, miss, and I want to go. Cam smiled and sighed, looking at her watch. I better go back downstairs. I've got to be going in a minute anyway. Well, that's not fair. Are you staying? You can have lunch with us lot. Jenny won't mind. And it's hamburgers on Saturday. No, I'm meeting someone for lunch in town. Oh, where are you going then? Well, we'll probably have a drink and then we'll have a salad or something. My friend fusses about her figure. Who wants a boring old salad? If I was going to have lunch, I'd go to McDonald's. I'd have a Big Mac and French fries and a strawberry milkshake. See, I'm not the slightest bit institutionalised, am I? You've been to McDonald's then? Oh, heaps of times, I said, and then I paused. Well, not actually inside. I was fostered with this boring family, Julie and Ted, and I kept on at them to take me, but they said it was just junk food. And I said all their boring brown beans and soggy veggie stews were the real junk because they looked like someone had already eaten them and sicked them up. And, well, anyway, they never took me. No wonder, said Cam, grinning. I'm allowed to go out to lunch from here, you know. Are you? Yes, any day. And tell you what, I really will work on that article for you. I could work on it this week and show you what I've done, and we could discuss it over lunch and at McDonald's. Hint, hint, hint. Cam smacked the side of her head as if it was a great thought had just occurred to her. Hey, Tracy, would you like to come out with me to McDonald's next week? Yes, please, I paused. Really? You're not kidding? Really, next Saturday, I'll come and pick you up about 12, okay? I'll be waiting. And so I shall. I'd better send her a letter too, just in case she forgets. The dumping ground. Dear Camilla, I'm working hard on the article. I'll show you on Saturday. Remember, we have a lunch date at 12 to go to McDonald's. From your co-worker Tracey Beaker. P.S. Goblinda says if you took her McDonald's, she'd be ever so good and wouldn't gob once. I know she said 12 o'clock, and she's not exactly the most punctual of people. She might soon get past 10, half past. So why am I sitting here staring out the window when we've only just had breakfast? I hate waiting. It really gets on my nerves. I can't concentrate on anything, not even my writing. And I haven't done any writing in this book all week because I've been so busy with my article for Cam. I got it all finished now, and even though I say it myself, I've done a really great job. She can bung it at her editor, and no one will be any the wiser. I should be really get the whole fee for it myself, but I'm very generous. I'll share 50-50 with Cam because she's my friend. Old Pete, my friend too. We've been bumping into each other in the middle of the night this week on a sheet sortie. Mostly we just had a little whisper, but last night I found him all huddled up and soggy because he'd had a nightmare about his nan. Strangely enough, I'd had nightmares about my mum, and it brought on a bad attack of my hay fever. Normally I like to keep myself such moments as some stupid ignorant twits think my red eyes and runny nose are because I've been crying, and I never cry, no matter what. I know Peter wouldn't tease me, so I huddled down beside him for a bit, and when I felt him shivering, I put my arm round him and told him he was quite possibly my best friend ever. He'd just come up to me now and asked if I want to play paper games. Yeah, it might pass the time. Oh, charming. Peter and I had just got started when I was about to win the first game when Elaine the Pain comes buzzing in. She's here dumping off some boring new kid and she wants to have the little chat with Peter. Oh, tough, Elaine, because I'm having a little chat with Peter right now, I said. Now, Tracy, said Elaine. Yes, now, I said. Elaine bared her teeth at me. That smile means she really liked to give me a clip around the ear, but she's going to make allowances for me. I expect you're feeling a bit het up this morning, Tracy, because of this writer coming to take you out. Jenny's told me about it. Oh, it'll be a lovely treat for you. You bet. And it'll be a lovely treat for her too, because I've written this article for her. Well, I might have a little treat up my sleeve for Peter here, Elaine said, and she shuffled him off into the corner and started talking to him earnestly. She's still talking to him. She's keeping her voice down, but I can have very large waggly ears when I want. Elaine's going on about these people she knows, an older couple whose children have all grown up, and now they're a bit lonely. They'd like to look after someone. A little boy. Maybe a little boy just like Peter. So that's it. Little Petey Veety is obviously going to get fostered and live happily ever after. Well, that's good, isn't it? Because he's my best friend. No, it's bad because he won't be able to be my best friend anymore. And if he goes off and gets himself fostered, it's not fair. He's hardly been here any time. I've been here for ages and ages and no one ever wants to foster me now. Still, who wants to be fostered by some boring other couple anyway? Older might mean really ancient and crabby and strict, and they'd never wear jeans or write funny letters or take Peter to McDonald's. I wish Cam would hurry up and come for me, although it's nowhere near time. It's daft me sitting here by the window like this, waiting. Justine is hovering behind me. I think she's just waiting for her dad. I hope she won't tell him about the little accident to her Mickey Mouse clock. He might come and beat me up. Even though the clock's all mended now, Jenny took it into the shop and they sorted it. I was glad to see old Mickey tick-tocking round and round again. Justine caught me looking and she gave me this great fierce push that nearly knocked me over and told me that if I was so much as touched her clock again, she'd duff me up good and proper. Honestly. My fists clenched and I was all set to have a real go at her because no one talks to Tracey Beaker like that. But then I remembered my lunch date. Jenny isn't best pleased with me at the moment. If I got into a punch-up with Justine, then she mightn't let me out of Cam. So I kept calm. I smiled at Justine in a superior sort of way. Really, Justine, do you always have to resort to violence? I said. My superior willpower was wasted on Justine. She just thought I was chicken. Cowardly custard, she's mumbling under my breath. Tracey Beaker's got no bottle. I shan't take any notice of her. I shall sit here writing. It's not that long now, only it seems like forever. I used to sit like this when I waited for my mum. I wonder when she will come. I've had an awful dream about her. I was out having lunch with Cam and McDonald's and it was really great and we were having a smashing time together when I looked up at the clock and saw it had gone 1 o'clock and it suddenly rang a terrible bell in my head and I remembered that my mum was coming to take me to lunch at 1 o'clock and I just went to panic. And I'm going to stop there, guys. That is page 130. We've read 25 pages today. The book ends on page 156. So only 26 pages to go. 100 and maybe 58. Sorry, so 28 pages to go, which I'm sure will get done in the next read along. But until the next time, guys, thank you so much for listening and goodbye.